We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time.
Good morning, ladies and germ balls. It is Thursday, January 2nd, 2014, the second day of your beautiful 2014. I hope you're having a legendary start to the best year of your life. On this day in history, in 1879, Thomas Edison began construction on his first generator. On this day in history, in 1983, the musical Annie closed on Broadway at the URIS Theater. Uris Theater? You try to pronounce that one. After 2,377 performances. That's right, folks. You heard it right here. On this day in history, Thomas Edison began construction on his first generator in 1879. And did you know that on this day in history, in 1987, the musical Annie closed on Broadway at the URIS Theater after 2,377 performances. I'm not sure how to pronounce the name of that theater, but I guess it was in New York. I don't know. I'm not sure what the rules were on Broadway back in 83. Because I think Broadway now is kind of everywhere, right? You can see Broadway London, but I think Broadway started in New York. I don't know. But if our dear friend, the world's biggest nerd, and your favorite person and mine too, AG, wants to weigh in on the issues, I would love to hear that nugget of information. Where did Broadway start? Was it just a New York thing at first? That's my question for her. If she loves me and listens to the show, she will jot down that question and she will leave me a message, and I will use that recording right here on LWDR. Okay, what's next? On this day in history, in 1983, Ken Anderson for the Cincinnati Bengals completed 20 consecutive passes to set an NFL record for passing accuracy. 1983. And did you know that today, folks, today, January 2nd, Cuba Gooding Jr. celebrates his birthday. Cuba Gooding Jr., the actor, was born in 1968. Consider this. We must look at the lens through which we see the world, as well as at the world we see, and understand that the lens itself shapes how we interpret the world. That's basically from the concept of yesterday's little nugget that said perception is everything. So think about what you're looking at, but how you feel concerning what you're looking at will only be determined what you're looking through, and that is your perception. So how can we remember that? Well, a lot of people like to say, well, what am I looking through? What's the lens I'm looking through? That is a figure of speech. That means how are you handling what you're seeing? How is your brain? Your brain is the lens that you're looking through. And honestly, you have my number and everything right there on the website. So I would love to talk to you and put you on if you are someone who finds yourself dealing with a situation where you're having trouble adapting, and it's only January 2nd. We still got time to turn these things around. I really do hesitate when I go off on one of my Save the World speeches, but I look at it from a rating standpoint. I mean, your insight to the show is essential, and I do want to talk to you about real issues. Life, love, and the pursuit of happiness, and all the weird things in between. Let's throw in some spirituality in there, and kitty cats and roses while we're at it. So I'm not going to get to emails today, but I'll make an attempt to do it later. Tomorrow, I guess. So I guess I'm waiting for the inbox to fill up a little bit. So I'm just going to keep pushing the idea of email me on Facebook, or you can email me at admin@douglascrabtree.com, and we'll talk about everything. But I'll put you on the show voice to voice. You can come into the studio if you know me that well and you know where I'm located, or we can talk on the phone, and I will be delighted to do some recording with you. And I literally don't care who you are. I'm very approachable, and one of the things I like to do is get to know you. But anyways, I just thought I would share that with you. So today's little message, positive thought, is the whole, what do you see the world through? The lens in which you see the world. Perception is key, yeah? So, when something comes along, you must whip it into shape. Whip it good. So that one's gone. January 2nd. Little tidbit down the drain already. I asked you a Jeopardy question. The romantic, mystical theme... No, excuse me. Romantic, mythical pairs. I was never good in reading in English. I was actually in the slow class, is what we nicknamed that class. It's actually the individual learning class for reading and what is it? What am I thinking of? Reading and writing in English, rather, altogether. When it comes to that, though, now I'm a writer. So, with the help of these programs that kind of get you on the spelling, get you back on course, writing is a lot easier. Typing takes practice. I can't feel 2 fingers on my hand when I write. So, but just practicing the way I can do it has made me a great writer. And there's so much ADD-ness that happens, and there's so much stuff that wants to come out at one time. But when I'm writing, I can pre-write, and I can let all those ideas flow on paper. That's like the brainstorming, pre-writing process. I guess it would be a brainstorming independently. And then I can go through and expound upon each one, if that makes sense, if I'm saying the word correctly. Anyways, yesterday's Jeopardy question, romantic, mythical pairs. And I will love screwing all these pronunciations and spellings up all throughout the year, these Jeopardy questions. I've never watched Jeopardy growing up, although I have these questions here before me about, we'll call them trivia questions, no big deal. But if you want to send me a 1-a-day calendar for trivia, like it'll ask the question, what is the blah, 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 blah. If I had to come up with trivia right away, it would just be something recent that I've thought about. What's the name of the canyon the Titanic now sits in? The name of that canyon is the Titanic Canyon. What was the original name, Ashley? Send me a message and give me some more info about it. How the canyon became the Titanic Canyon and the story behind it. I'm turning you into quite the researcher, but you love it, don't you? I actually tried to get Ashley on the show today. I haven't heard back from her. So hopefully she will be sitting in, either her or Susie, one or both, and January 3rd's episode, which will be Friday. Anyways, it is Thursday. I hope your week's okay. I hope your year's starting off all right. Welcome to the first day of the rest of your life. And I hope everything's cool. But if not, email me. And if so, email me. Anyways, finally, we'll get to this. Thisbe and him. Romantic, mythical pairs. Thisbe and him. I'm assuming it's Thisbe. I don't know. Help me if I'm wrong. Who is Pyramus? Pyramus. I didn't get a response on Facebook in time for that one. However, there is an opportunity to rock out today's question. W. Writers. This Holocaust survivor followed night with dawn and day. This Holocaust survivor followed night with dawn and day. I'll take writers for 400. Who is blank? And on to the next one. I'm kind of disappointed in the little inspirational calendar event because it was pretty much the same as yesterday, which was perception is everything. I turned it into perception is everything. And then it went... that's like me coming on here and saying, today I want you guys to remember that perception is everything. And then I come on here the next day and I say, today I want you to remember that it's not what you're looking at, it's what you're looking through. Same thing, perception, okay? We get it. Quick Ameriplan note for us. those of you who are partnering with me and with the Ameriplan, I got some mail from them. It is simply a promotional deal, and I will cover it here on LWDR. Let's see. Today at 3 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time, you can get in on a conference call. It's a very big one, actually. Dennis and Daniel Bloom and the field vice president invite every independent business owner, such as myself and hopefully you as well, to their special conference call. The call is at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time today, Tuesday, January 2nd, 2014. You can call 712-432-3066 and use code number 943026 to enter the call. If you're not an IBO yet, you can still call and listen. Hopefully just through that alone you will be convinced. But there's the number and there's the code. So don't miss the opportunity. This little thing says here, do not miss this opportunity to start the new year, 2014, with direct information from the founders. So it's big enough where they'd send me a special piece of mail about it and pay 46 cents to deliver it to my house. They definitely are not successful in reaching me through email because I'm not someone who sits there and reads all the email. I can see who's emailing me from Facebook, and I can see who's emailing me from like these random obscure email addresses, and if there's 10 or more words in just the subject of the email, it's probably not anything that I need to spend too much time dealing with. But the promotion going on right now, if you do or don't know, Ameriplan is always running a promotion, it seems, and it's just another thing they do to try to get you to become an IBO. Again, I'll say this now, and I'll say it always. If you become an IBO, do it through me. I would appreciate it. What is an IBO, you may ask? It's all on DouglasCrabtree.com right there on the front page. If you're listening to this message sometime in the future and my front page no longer says that, or I'm no longer doing Ameriplan, then discard it. But on this day in history, January 2nd, 2014, couple things going on. Like I said, if you want to be an IBO, and that is, I'm going to really try hard not to explain what all Ameriplan is here. What I would like to do here is discuss more of my personal existence, and also involve you and some other folks that I know. One of my favorite things to do is pick someone's brain and get them talking on the mic about different things. And I'm saving this for when I get the final editing done on it, this interview with Christina, which I know you'll love. It's one of my favorite bits that I'll be able to put up so far. And I'm also excited to get my co-host on the horn here from California, clear across the nation, bringing LWDR to life. And that would be Miss Susanna. Oh, Susanna. I was trying to round her up when I recorded yesterday's, but that was pretty late at night, and I'm not trying to... she was busy, basically, which is understandable. That's the only issue, because I'm not doing it at a certain time every day. Sometimes I'll record 2 episodes in one day, sometimes 3, sometimes 0, sometimes 1. So the recording schedule is various. I don't broadcast live, and that's the whole, I would have someone available or a special bit available or whatever. But today's routine, you have your trivia question. This Holocaust survivor followed night with dawn and day. It's more of a riddle than a trivia question. Trivia is what I want, and I really hope that you provide me with your favorite trivia questions so I can announce them here. And I'll try to answer them the next day, and I'll try to read your answers before I give the final answer. Hopefully you're commenting on Facebook or emailing me. However, that may get a bit tedious, and I may forget to do things as certain people come in and out of the show, and as certain things need to be covered. Whatever the case may be, I may not do that every time. I may just answer it on the same day. So, but I'll try my best, and if I forget one, let me know, and I will quickly retrieve it, or at least attempt to. And because I think it's fun, a little bit of trivia here and there is it's definitely a conversation starter between me and you, the audience, and it will be a good conversation starter between anyone who may call in and anyone who may be here in the studio with me. I look over at an empty place on the desk where there is no chair and there is no mic, but it would take about 4 seconds for that mic to be hooked up and about 4 more seconds for that chair to be brought up from the upstairs, and we can talk. Me and you, baby. I want to cover this thing Ameriplan is promoting. And like I always say, if you don't know what I'm talking about when I say Ameriplan or IBO, just ask me about it. The best place to start is DouglasCrabtree.com, and I'm not going to constantly provide the information as to what the terms mean and all that, because one of the reasons this show exists is to bring focus to my website, DouglasCrabtree.com, because that is where my internet business exists. So that's just the nature of the beast when it comes to marketing and advertisement. There's tons of different ways to market something, and in my case, I am marketing via a YouTube show. But the main point, the basis, there's two things that happened. I wanted to do it, and then I used Ameriplan as the final nudge to go ahead and start it. But my original desire to do it was because, like I said yesterday, I just want to document what was going on that day. And I'm the kind of person would listen to a newscast from 3 years ago rather than today's newscast, because historically I think it's very interesting. I was trying to tell Todd yesterday night when we were celebrating New Year, we kind of were talking about time, which is very appropriate to talk about when one year turns to the next. To me, it never feels like anything gets older, or like we were watching Hot Tub Time Machine, the movie, which is coincidental. We just happened to be watching a movie about time during a very time-ish day. It's very time-ish, you know what I'm saying? It's all about time here today, and perception, apparently. And the story takes place, they go back to 1986, which is when I was born. So that's interesting, and I wanted to see what they said and did, and there's some good laughs in that movie, whatever. And, you see these different things throughout the movie, and you might think, well, that's old or whatever. And I was telling him, to me, it never felt like anything got older. It just felt like it's farther away. And to me, it's like time travels from left to right on a page, and the events in your past are on to the left of where you're at today. And you move to the right of the page the whole time. So when I look over at an event in the past, I don't feel like that event is old. I feel like I am just as old in the future as away from it as it is away from me. So what I'm trying to say is, like, that to me, in my head, and perception is everything, and this is just how I've always kind of felt. To me, when a situation occurs, like 9/11/01, or a child is born, like my nephew turned 16 last year. It seemed like yesterday I was changing his diapers. So when he was born, that is a mark on the timeline. And it's not that he's older because he was born so much long ago. It's me that's moved away from that date and time. Excuse me, I keep coughing, and I'm definitely not editing out coughs. And as I move away from that date and time, is it him that's getting old, or is it today that's getting old in one direction, or is he getting old in another direction? I know it doesn't really make sense, and it's kind of like, and Todd even said, well, that doesn't make, I'm confused already. I get it. I get confused by it too. That's another thing. I'm not some time travel nerd or whatever, and I don't believe in time travel. I'm just saying events in history never really get old to me. They just become official and marked on that day. Like I don't, because it seems like sometimes when you think about something happening in the past, it seems almost like negative, like it's old, so it's no longer interesting. I don't think so. To me, everything's permanent. It happened, it's permanent. And we may forget things, but that's perception. You perceive it to be old because you may not have lived it recently. I mean, if you want to live 9/11/01, type it into YouTube. Just type in 9/11/01, and you're gonna relive it. You can relive it forever. I don't think it would be possible to watch all the stuff about it and all the clips from that day, or the day after, or the day before, that talk about the events. In your lifetime, I don't think you could cover all that information. And so your perception of that date might change, where it becomes infamous due to the media, like I was mentioning yesterday. But anyways, I don't want to dwell on that. I'm getting tired of the topic, but I just thought I would share my mind with you. This thing I got in the mail from Ameriplan, and again, go to my website, douglascrabtree.com, if you want to know what I'm talking about. For those who do know what I'm talking about, this will click together like a puzzle. Beginning today, Tuesday, January 2nd, 2014, and ending on Sunday, February 4th, is this promotion. And what it is if you sign up to become an Ameriplan IBO, independent business owner like myself, details are on the front page of the website, you will receive a special percentage amount on commissions. So if someone signs up under the Platinum Plus plan, the regular is $50 per month for them, and that's you too. If you sign up for your benefits, if you do it now, today, between now and the 4th of February, you're only going to pay $10 for the Platinum Plus, where normally it would be $50. And anyone else who signs up under you before the 4th, you'll get 20% commission from that. If you're signing up today or anytime before the 4th, for the total Platinum package, you would normally be paying $75 a month, but right now it's only $20 for 2 months. And you're going to get 30% commission off of any of those other sign-ups. And trust me, it makes more. This will make a lot of sense to those who really are familiar with my website and the terms I'm using and blah, blah, blah. And if it's not something you're into, breeze through it, skip ahead, click off, whatever you want to do. But I have chose to cover the Ameriplan current topical stuff here on this show for the simple fact that I want to take this piece of paper on my desk and throw it away, but I did do my part in making the information known, because there could be the situation of somebody wants to sign up, but they want to wait until there's a promo. Well, here it is. So for that rare person, here it is. And for the most of us who will be listening, it's irrelevant, because a lot of folks aren't doing this yet, but we're getting there. The business is turning the corner, and I blessed for that. Platinum Freedom Pass is regularly $150 a month. That gets you a lot of health coverage. It's not insurance, it is discounts. That's described in detail on the site as well. You can call me if anything doesn't make sense. But right now, you can get the Platinum Freedom Pass for only $30 for 3 months. That is a huge discount. It's monumentous is what I was trying to say, but I don't know if that's too dramatic or not. That may sound silly. And you're going to get 40% commission off of those signups. I imagine it's kind of tricky to get most of your potential business partners to be signing up and with the Platinum Freedom Pass. However, if they do between now and February 4th, you're going to be getting 40% commission off that. So here's some important information. We'll cover this again. Dennis and Daniel Bloom and the field vice president invite every IBO to their special conference call. I'm inviting you whether you're an IBO or not, because here's the information. And I think if you just get in there and take a listen, you'll be more inspired to see what's going on. That is today, January 2nd at 3 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. And you can call 712-432-3066 and use the code 943026. Don't miss this opportunity to start the new year with direct information from the founders. Other note here. All standard contest rules apply concerning what I was talking about. Otherwise, a 1995 IBO application must accompany a Platinum application to qualify for the promotion. Platinum Plus is any one of the 3 Platinums are the 3 packages I described that are now severely discounted, and I would take advantage of those. If you've been waiting to sign up, I guess this is the month to do it, because they're significantly cheaper. And if you're going to work hard and get your commissions in, who's to say you couldn't make that money back right away and then be well on your way to affording those benefits at their normal rate when the promotion ends. One lasts for a month. Total Platinum lasts for 2 months. Platinum Freedom Pass is lasting for 3 months, as far as I understand it. Now, me telling you this does not legally make me liable. If I got a nugget wrong, then I am not liable, because I'm telling you right now, this is how I'm perceiving it on this information that was put on my desk, and I like it. I don't consider myself the AmeriPlan expert, but I'm someone who has the benefits, who has the independent business owner status with them. That means I'm a broker, and I can get you signed up. I can get you the information. If not, I can get you over to someone who can. And as I continue to do this over time, I'll learn more about it, just like you will. And that's another reason for the show. I kind of hope the show gets longer every day, as there's more stuff to cover and more people to entertain us for our amusement. But we will see. So don't forget, a 1995 IBO application, which is yearly, has to be taken care of, and it has to accompany one of these Platinum applications. Total Platinum, Platinum Plus, or Platinum Freedom Pass. The Platinum Plus is the cheaper one, $10 for 1 month, now on sale. Total Platinum is only $20 for 2 months right now, normally $75. Platinum Plus, normally $50. The biggest savings you're going to enjoy right now, with the most benefits to come with it, would be regular cost $150, the Platinum Freedom Pass. Now it's only $30 a month for the next 3 months. I know I sound like a salesman. I'm just trying to cover this information thoroughly, throw the piece of paper away, and be done with it. But back to what I was saying, if something doesn't go through the way you thought I described it, I'm not legally liable. It's my job to give you the information as it says to me. There is fine print in AmeriPlan when you sign up that says, look, you're responsible for getting the information, and any decision you make is on you. You can't blame someone else. They say, well, they told me this or that. It's in the contract before you hit, yes, I digitally authorize. Before you put your information in and receive what you purchased, you're going to have to go through the fine print. Whether you read it or not, you do agree to it. Now, that's not to say that I'm going to give you the wrong information. Another part of this show that I was trying to do, trying to accomplish, is to gain your trust, and you're going to witness my growth for my understanding of AmeriPlan over time right here. When I sit at my desk, I'm recording. So anything that passes through my desk gets passed into your ear just as quickly, because that's why the show exists, so I don't have to hang on to this piece of paper and re-explain it to a bunch of people. I'll say, you know what, I really don't remember, but I did cover that on my show. So it's whatever you want to do. You can hate AmeriPlan, you can hate that whole aspect of this program. A lot of folks won't even listen to it. Most folks won't listen to it because of that. But it kind of boils down to, it's for my records also, for my training purposes also, one of the things I thought about doing was taking Ameriplan calls and making Ameriplan calls and putting them right here as for like training. But when I try to do an entertainment style show here, it's really like it's mixing entertainment and boring instructional video type stuff, and I just don't think it would work. I think it would bog the show down so much. It would be even more brutal than this is, which I'm sure you're saying this right now is brutal. But if you bear with me, I'll appreciate it. And if not, I will appreciate that just the same. So what that's saying is a 1995 IBO application must accompany a platinum application, which is one of those threes that I described, to qualify for the promotion. Basically, you can't sign up to be an IBO and not get the benefits for yourself. If you do so, you won't get any kind of promotion or whatever. If you sign up for another package that's not one of the platinums, you're not going to get what I'm describing, because what I'm describing pertains to Platinum Plus, Total Platinum, Platinum Freedom Pass. And all new and existing 1995 IBOs are eligible for this promotion. So I'm getting the promotion just because it exists. I'm getting the commission increases, I think. But that's, what you got to sign up for that for me to, and I don't get paid unless you get paid. So there's no point for me to lie about it. Anything you want to know about or want to call me out on, I highly encourage you to do so. Give me a call. If you want to do it publicly, I'll put you on here, no problem. And I invite that kind of stuff because it's just going to get a lot of questions answered all across the table. So as I throw this piece of paper away, I think that was worth the last 10 minutes of your life. And I think that's all I have, because there's no more things on my desk here, and there's no more icons, sound bits I need to include. I took some video of the ball dropping and some video of the phone rang, and it was Ashley. We put her on speaker, and we kind of teased her a little bit, and she was calling from Illinois. And I thought, why not put that right here? But it'll probably be a separate video because it's really just a personal home video. But I wanted to put it up anyways. I like stuff right here on YouTube because I can go back to it and click on it any time, listen and review from anywhere, as long as the big, great master library stays in place. That's all I have for today, and I hope your year is going great. I eagerly anticipate I look forward to hearing from you, and we will talk right here on LWDR. Gotta go. Love you. Bye.